All right, so we're going to go over the homework that you guys did last night. So by and large, like I said, everyone did very well on this. So be encouraged. You guys can do logic. Congratulations. And so I want you to write down the answers that I put up here in your textbook. Now, more than likely, the things that come up here on the screen are going to be different than how you phrased your answers. But I can tell you, having graded most of your work, most of you guys got all these right, even if you didn't put exactly what's up here. But I want you to write what's up here in your book. So number one asked you to give 3 examples of a nation. So, for example, you could have written something like Japan, Israel, and Egypt. I almost made it through the entire 7th grade without anyone writing the name of a continent. But unfortunately, somebody thought North America was a country. So close, so close. So Japan, Israel, and Egypt. Okay. Again, you could have put, there's about 215 countries. Could have put any of them. So lots of possible right answers out there. Number 2 said 3 examples of board games or games. Monopoly, chess, Risk. Again, there's so many different types of games. I learned there's a game called Exploding Kittens. Yeah. Okay, so there you go. Stop. Okay, I'm sorry. When I said stop, was there some kind of stuttering problem that I had? You don't understand the word stop? It means stop talking. So, lots of things you could have put there. Monopoly, chess, Risk, for example. All right, number 3 asked for 3 examples of candy. So you could have gone lollipop, chocolate bar, licorice, M&M, Skittles, so on. Who knows? Who cares? Some kind of sweets. All those are great examples. Now, 4 through 6 asked for synonyms. So we already did number 4 together in class, but number 4, you could say joyful or glad. Number 5, job could be occupation. Number 6, dinner would be supper. Now, I felt very, very generous, and so I did not. I didn't mark off if you put meal, but I really should have, because think about it. What we're saying when we define by synonym is that we could swap these 2 words out, and the sentence would still work. So if I said to Jefferson, Jefferson, I'd love to have you over for dinner, or I said I'd love to have you over for supper. Jefferson knows, roughly speaking, when I want him to come over, right? When do I want Jefferson to come over? Yeah, in the evening, around 6 o'clock, right? But if I say, Jefferson, I want you to come over for dinner, versus Jefferson, I want you to come over for a meal, he doesn't know when breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, high tea, right? He doesn't know. So really, I should have marked off for meal, but I didn't. In the future, I will expect to be a little bit cleaner on that. So the best answer there would have been supper, dinner and supper as synonyms. Okay, any questions about 1 through 6? Yes. No, because that is the same problem we've got. That's so vague that that's not helpful at all. All right, so number 7, male sibling. A brother is a male sibling. If you wrote sibling who is a male, you wrote more than you had to, but that's still fine. Male sibling. Number 8, doe. Well, that's a deer. A female deer, not a young deer, a female deer. Number 9, whisker. A short facial hair. Really just looking for facial hair. Doesn't necessarily have if it's short or not, but facial hair, hair on the face. Number 10, queen, female monarch. Female monarch. Sadler, are we writing these down? Female monarch. Okay, female ruler. Number 11, a quiz is a short test. Now, not an easy test. Some quizzes are hard. Some tests are easy. A quiz, what makes a quiz different than a test is not the ease or difficulty, it's the length, it's the amount of stuff on there. So a short test, a short assessment. And then number 12, an idol, a false god or a fake god. Okay? Now, not necessarily, some people put like a statue. Idols don't have to be statues. Yes, though he is not supposed to be talking right now, George is correct that an idol can be an object that's not just a statue. It can be a video game, it could be a car, it could be a relationship. We know that an idol is anything that we worship that's not God. So the best evidence for idol would be false or fake God. Okay? Any questions about the homework that you did? that I will get back to you in just a few moments after I get you started on your next assignment. Okay, so we're going to do this in class. I think this will take you about 15 to 20 minutes, and I'm going to keep recording as I go over the instructions here. So you're doing lesson 4 additional exercises. I have helped you by putting a big old X through what I don't want you to do. So you're not going to do the top of this page and the bottom of the back page. You're just going to do lesson 4 additional exercises. So number 1 says define each of the following terms by synonym, example, and genus and difference. Limit your synonyms to only one word and include a variety when defining by example. So I'm going to say that a variety equals at least 2. Okay? At least 2. So the first one I'll have up here on the board, and I'll leave it up here, and you can feel free to copy these answers down for number 1 on your own paper. Number 1 gives you the word father. So a synonym for father would be dad. Okay? And then it says defined by example. And so Adam was Abel's father. Gene Wood is my father. Feel free to submit your own dad's name. You don't have to put Gene Wood. That's my dad, not your dad. The point being, I've given you an example of 2 fathers. Adam was Abel's father. Gene Wood is my father. And then the genus and difference would be male parent. So what is a father? It's a parent. What makes a father different than a mother? The gender. So we would define father as a male parent. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. Number 1 is done for you on the board. You are going to do B through F. Are there any questions about how to do this or what I'm asking of you? Georgia.
Does the name have to be your dad? Like, could I say Gene Wood as my father?
I would prefer that you didn't say Gene Wood because I'll get very confused because Gene Wood is my dad. Your dad's name is?
Joel.
Yeah, Joel Brooks. So that's what you would say. Okay, Curran?
So for the examples, we have to do 2 or just 1?
Anybody want to help Curran out?
He said he would like at least 2.
Yes, 2 at least. If you want to go crazy and put 17, that's your time, not mine. But I would say at least 2 examples, okay? Any other questions? And I'm stressing, yes.
So you only have to do 2 out of the 3 of those people.
No, just not even close to what I said. So you are to define by synonym. You are to define by example. And on the, what are you doing?
I'm not.
Okay. On the example line, you're to use 2 examples. And then you define by genus and difference. You understand? Okay. Any other questions? Because I'm going to give this to you, and then if you ask me a question, I'm going to say, beloved, figure it out. Okay? Because we're going to have to learn here, right? We're learning to be independent. We're learning to think for ourselves. This may not come automatically. You may have to think about one of these for a couple of minutes before you get the answer, and that's okay. You are to do this by yourself. If you don't know what a word means, you can raise your hand and ask me what the word means, but I'm not going to do this assignment for you, and neither is your neighbor, neither is your mom or dad. This will be done in class. I'm going to give you 20 minutes to do this, okay? When you're done, you'll put it over there and turn it in. Then
If you don't finish the homework.
you will finish. You have 20 minutes to do this, okay? Any other questions?
Do we have any other homework besides
Yes. Any other questions related to the field of logic and the homework I'm asking you to do? Okay, now I'm going to stop recording, and I'm going to pass this out, and you have 20 minutes to do this.